Diamonds all in your face.
What is going on, Houston, Texas? Man, since the last time we spoke and Nick Caserio was officially introduced to the team, I know I haven't done any lives. Really have had an opportunity to do some, but I just wanted to continue to wait to see if we would get some Jack Easterby good news, which for now, I would say it doesn't seem like we're going to get them. Today, John McClain tweeted and wrote an article, guessing he spoke to Cal, and the organization decided that they were not going to terminate Jack Easterby's contract, and we're not expecting for him to step down and resign. One of the things that I've been saying is I think this is a situation that within a month or two, it'll just become too much. To me, and to most fans, I would say it is already too much crap going on, too much influence, too much drama. And I think any other company by now would have really let that person go. So when you really start to evaluate and to think of reasons why Cal McNair would keep him, the only thing that I could really come up with is that he might have a financial advisor that's saying, dude, you can't continue to contract people. And it's been rumored that Jack Easterby has a 6-year contract, which includes the promotion that he had, which actually they had an extension to go with that promotion. So on top of that, you're paying him more money. You gave him an extension, and Rick Smith obviously hasn't contract has expired this year, but you have Brian Gaine on the payroll. You have Chris Olsen on the payroll. You have Bill O'Brien on the payroll, and for the most part, none of your coordinators, their contracts actually terminate this year. I'm not sure if Cornell is part of that salary, but I think he was on a year-to-year basis, actually. So, you have a couple of office guys there who you are paying. And the only thing I could think is his financial advisor said, dude, you can't continue to fire these guys and pay them and then expect to hire their replacement and then continue to fire them. So I think this is more about him biting the bullet and just holding on till he can't anymore. Hopefully the thing becomes so frustrating that they eventually decide that the money that's going to be given to him doesn't equal the stress and the drama that comes with it. Like I said, by now, any corporate in America would have already been there. For some reason with Jack Easterby, it's not there. Some of it, I think it has to do a lot with Nick Caserio and the relationship they have there. I'm thinking Cal McNair trusts that maybe Nick can maneuver its way. One thing I do want to debunk that I've seen many people put out there, like the fact that Deshaun Watson has not talked to this organization. I'm not sure about him returning Cal McNair's text, but I can tell you this past Sunday night, Nick Caserio and Deshaun Watson, as he actually was back in town, had a conversation. That Monday, we began to see certain interview requests. You saw Eric Bieniemy, some other coaches who I think were just part of the Rooney Rule, to be honest. And then on top of that, you saw the Staley guy from the DC coordinator for the Rams, was just the recent interview process. So really, honestly, I think they're really only down to 2 interviews that they haven't done, only because the NFL right now won't allow you to interview those people. You had to put in the request prior to that Sunday. Since that request didn't go in, you have to wait until those teams' particular seasons are over. So if the Rams season ends this weekend, then they will be able to interview their DC. Same thing goes for the Chiefs. So I know a lot of people have been cheering for the Browns for that to happen. One thing that I want to say, and I do agree with, and that I have been hearing circling around, is that Nick Caserio has started to really weigh in Eric Bieniemy. As we all know, Deshaun Watson wants Eric Bieniemy. That is the guy who he wants to be his next head coach. There's plenty of players in here who want him too. Obviously, Robert Saleh is now off the map. He is now going to be the head coach for the Jets. DeMeco Ryans will be the defensive coordinator for the 49ers. Interesting to see there, because a lot of people connected them to if he had gotten a head coach job. Looks like he's not going to follow Robert Saleh. And so with that, obviously, he's coming off of the list of potential hires for the Houston Texans. So when you really look at it, they're really down to two. I want to say 2 or 3 head coaches. The DC for the Rams, Eric Bieniemy, and Joe Brady. And it's going to come down to those 3. I really do honestly believe that. But who Deshaun Watson wants is Eric Bieniemy. And I think at the end of the day, it's really going to come down to compromise. It's going to come down to Deshaun Watson saying, fine, you want to keep your guy? Give me my guy. His guy is Eric Bieniemy. So, it's no coincidence that you've seen certain players, Frazier, for instance, be in an interview. Maybe some of it is just to get background on Eric Bieniemy. Maybe some of it is to begin to build his staff. I want to say that both can be true without actually canceling each other. So I wouldn't definitely not scratch that out. One thing I can tell you is they are definitely down for compromising for Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson does have Nick Caserio's ear. They are trying to get the best candidate, but someone that Deshaun Watson believes in. Obviously, if your quarterback doesn't believe in the head coach that's coming in, that already, aka James Harden, that already spills salt that you just do not want to go into the season with. Otherwise, you're going to end up with another 4-12 season where shit just went down south. And so the best thing to do is to avoid what the Rockets did, although the Rockets have a long season ahead of them compared to what an NFL season length is, right? If you looked at their game, they had a better game yesterday, and that just goes to show when everybody is bought into a program, things are gonna pan out. So if you're asking me, okay, is Eric Bieniemy gonna be the guy? I think that he's leading it. I think that eventually it's going to be down to him. I think it's going to take a lot of persuasion from Nick Caserio to convince Deshaun Watson that besides Eric Bieniemy's past, he's not the right guy for this job. I think Staley will have to blow them away. I think Joe Brady has already done that. Now it's just a matter of Deshaun Watson really, truly choosing between those 3. And then we will have a head coach and we can move forward. And I think Nick Caserio can move forward with what's most important after GM, the coach search, which is a restructure and possible trades that the Houston Texans can begin to do to basically open up cap space and have a chance at fixing the defense with 2 or 3 key players in the free agency, and then make your way to the draft and hopefully find some gems there, and then get this offseason going. I think that is the safest and best bet that the Houston Texans can choose to go to. I really think that that's the way they're going to end up going anyways. But anyways, man, that is my spiel. Comment down in the section, who do you think the Houston Texans will select as their head coach? Do you guys still trust that Jack Easterby is going to be running things? Let it all vent on my comment section, man. I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck. Hey, but you know what it is every day, baby? It is H-Town. Let's get it. Blah!